Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Married to Medicine Los Angeles, Season 2, Episode 10, I believe it is. Whichever one it is, it's the season finale. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so it's Christmas time in Los Angeles. We see Britt and Mac decorating their home. We see Imani. She's hard at work, counseling somebody that was dead on Miss Deb. I was like, is that Miss Deb? I just was expecting it to be Miss Deb. Was I the only one thought that was Miss Deb? Okay, we see Kendra and Hobart taking a family picture for their season's greetings Christmas card. Okay, complete with new baby. And then we see Jasmine. She's at her house and she has Shanique over. Shanique is there to help her, well, actually just watch her decorate her home for this Christmas party that she's having. Shanique was like, oh, will hubby be there? The best that Jasmine can do is he may be there, you know. She said that she would love to have him around, but he's a busy man. Somebody actually sent me a picture of her and him and their child, and he's actually a good-looking guy. For some reason, I thought that he was going to be older. I didn't realize that he's right around the same age as she is, maybe a couple of years older. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but he's a good-looking guy. Anyway, you guys, she was asking Shanique about her real estate venture, actually telling her how proud she is of her and how she, you know, once she decided that's what she wanted to do, you know, she seems like she's full steam ahead. So Jasmine wants to be supportive of that, and she gives her a gift. You know, Shanique was like, is this for me? Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Yes, in a sparkling box. She opens it. I was like, what the hell is it? Okay, we couldn't see it, but actually it was just the telephone number. But not just any telephone number. It's the telephone number to Josh Altman. I feel like maybe he's on another show on Bravo. I don't watch anything else on Bravo, so I don't know. But I kind of have a feeling that he's on one of those real estate type multi-millionaire listings or whatever the name of the damn show is. He may or may not be. I don't know, and I don't care. But evidently, Josh is the who's who in Beverly Hills. So, Jasmine said that she and her husband are friends with him, and you know, she wants to be supportive of Shanique. So, girl, go on and give him a call. So, Shanique actually does call Josh Altman, and they set up a lunch date. Okay, she gets there. She looks like she's a little nervous. She gets there first, I should say. And then in walks the great Josh Altman. And he's like, oh, you know, Jasmine spoke very highly of you. Okay, and Shanique was like, well, thank you. Well, I know that Jasmine probably told you what we were talking about today. And he was like, nope, she didn't tell me anything. I don't have any idea why we're here. I said, because Bravo is paying your ass to be there. Well, then she goes on to explain to him how she wants to do real estate, you know, for these luxury listings. And, you know, understandably, Josh is one of those kind of cocky type of real estate. It seems like, okay, I'm not going to be negative. I didn't like him. And maybe he's likable. Maybe he's just down to business and, you know, gets right to it. But I just was like, he was like, well, have you sold real estate before? Okay. I guess he was just trying to he probably gets these type of approaches all the time. So maybe he's just trying to just wheedle out, you know, the fool of fucking niggotry. But he was like, so have you sold real estate before? And she said, no. He says, okay, well, let me just tell you that there's thousands of people that are trying to sell real estate in Los Angeles, okay, or all around. And they are clawing their way to the top, okay? People like me who are already at the top, honey, we are chewing them up and spitting them out. They can't compete. He is like, I'm telling you, if I was going up against you in a listing, you are not going to win. You're going to lose. Okay, so are you sure this is what you want to do? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, that wasn't really a pep talk, was it? I mean, you know, then he goes on to tell her how it's a 24/7 job. People that fail are the ones that think that they can do this part-time. Okay, I'm thinking of Shanique and little tiny Robert having their conversations about her being a full-time mom, or, well, it won't be full-time, but, you know, her being a mom and her having to take care of this household. I think LTR is very clear on he ain't doing that shit. He can't do it. He's an emergency room doctor, and his hours are demanding. So it has to fall on Shanique, or else they're going to have to get some outside help. I don't know if that's what they want to do. Okay, Shanique seems to believe that she can do it all. And I don't know if it's realistic to think that a mother, of 2 young children can just be coming into this field. It's different if she was already doing it, and that it's already been incorporated into her lifestyle. But just trying to come in, 2 kids, a demanding husband, a demanding household, and then you also trying to do this demanding job. Like, I see some problems with little tiny Robert and Shanique in the future. But he tells her, after he gives her all of the negatives, he tells her that she looks the part. She's good looking, and she seems to be pretty smart, and she just needs to be a part of a team where she could learn. And then she tells him how, well, her husband's a doctor and he knows a lot of doctors in the area, and she just was like, let me help you find your dream home. And he was just like, well, that's a start. And when he did it, it was just so like placating. Like, what was the word that I'm trying to think of? It was so almost condescending. He was like, well, that's a start. You can start there. I know he was thinking to himself, like, girl, if you don't get out of here, do you even live in Beverly Hills? He probably was like, you live out far somewhere, anyway. I feel like he was just kind of humoring Shanique, but that's just what I saw. What did you guys see? We see Imani and Idris, they're talking. Like I said, it's almost Christmas time, so her mom Paula comes over, and Imani is actually putting up decorations, puts a big wreath up on the front door. Wreath. Did you guys see? I did use an F. Wreath with a TH up on the front door. Imani tells us that Christmas has always been a big deal in her family, and this Christmas looks a little differently. She sits down, she's talking to Paula. Now, Idris is sitting right there, and she sits down and talking to Paula, tells her how, the trip to Palm Springs was, they had a gift exchange. She got a dildo, Oh, and there were penis straws. Paula was like, okay, like, I'm having this conversation with my daughter and my grandson, who is only 12 years old, if he's that old. Yeah, I think he's probably about that old. Anyway, Paula wants to know if she's talked to Phil, and she says, yeah, she did talk to Phil, and it looks like they're continuing on with their plans to the divorce. They have not talked to a mediator yet. But she will be doing that, Paula was like, did he get his stuff? And she says no, but she's gonna have somebody come over there and pack it. And I was just like, what? Listen, if he can't be bothered to get his own shit, then I can't be bothered to be paying somebody to come pack the shit up. Okay, I really would put that shit in a garage. That's the best that I can do. I'm not doing all the rest of this, and really I almost feel like he must not want it. Throw that shit away. How hard is it to come and get your stuff? Like, we can make arrangements. I'll leave the home. You come get your stuff, and we can be done with this. Why are you holding on? So, yeah, that got on my nerves. But anyway, Idris, how are you feeling about this? Idris seems to be a very contemplative child. He tells her that he's adjusting. He is just trying to process it all. It's a strange time for him. Again, understandably so. But Paula tells him that everybody deserves to be happy, and it's your job to be able to get to that happiness the best way that you can. So that's what his mom is trying to do. And apparently she likes to have dildos and penis straws. I cracked up laughing. I like their little family unit. Paula rubbed some people the wrong way last season, but I always liked Paula, and I actually like her more because she just seems like she just is real cool. Anyway, I was cracking up when Idris said he wanted to see the dildo. He wanted to put it on the Christmas tree. Now, Kendra, she and Hobart are talking. And you know what? She's going to have to just break the news to him. She tells him while she was in Palm Springs. Oh, and you did do a good job, making sure that baby heart was good. But anyway, while she was in Palm Springs, the job that she had told him about when they had a little argument, okay, well, they contacted her and offered her the position. And when she got back, she done already signed the contract. I was like, girl, you was not playing. You was signing that damn contract. Hobart looked like he was a little irritated about it, but he was just sort of like, boo, okay. He's not really happy that she did that. But she explains to him that She did talk to them. She told them that she's a new mom. They told her that she could scale back if she has to, but she just feels like her calling is to be an advocate for women's health. And this is just what she has to do. And Hobart tells her, that he did really want her to be home, but he also has to realize that this is what she wants to do. She is a doctor. Part of being Kendra is being Dr. Kendra, and he can't hold her back from that. So he is going to be supportive of her. So that actually worked out well. I guess we can attribute it to being the conversation that Hobart had with Mac and LTR. So whatever works, okay? But Kendra's going back to work. Later on, we see Kendra and Leah. They're going shopping. Okay, remember I told you that Jasmine is having a holiday party. So they're going shopping, I guess, for things to wear to this party. Picks out some cute little earrings and whatnots. Anyway, the conversation sways to whether or not they think that what's the girl's name? Jasmine's husband will be there, Dr. J. Kendra was like, well, I imagine he would be. It's his house. It's Christmas time. This is like a Christmas party. He's gonna have people there. Why wouldn't he be there? And Leah was like, well, they said they've had things in the past, and he wasn't there. And at her home, so. This might not be any different, and Kendra just can't seem to see it that way because, again, it's Christmas time. Everybody is in the festive spirit. Everybody's gonna be there, couples and whatnots. So why wouldn't he be there? But Leo's like, well, he could be called, on call. He's a doctor. My husband has worked Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I was like, yeah, Leah, and we ain't seen your husband. Why you so fucking worried about Jasmine's husband? I don't even think you said this. Well, maybe she might have said the husband's name, but we all just like laser focused on Jasmine's husband. And in a minute, I'm gonna wonder where the fuck Leah man at. But I guess that's not the angle that we trying to take right now. As far as Kendra's concerned, she expects him to be there. And then on to Britton, you guys. Britton says that, her trip to Palm Springs did make her realize that she was tripping and that she better start fucking on her husband, who's actually very good looking, as I, pay attention. Yeah, girl, you can't be having these kids in these beds, okay? Now, the bigger one is no problem, but that young one, 6, 7 years old, however old he is, he wants to be in the bed with them, all right? I guess he's just afraid of sleeping in his room, or sleeping by himself, I should say. So, she's made it so comfortable for him. He just doesn't want to go, okay? I was like, now, once we get the little boy out your damn bed, then what we gonna do about this fucking onesie? How are we supposed to get to some sexing? And you got this full pajama all the way. To me, that reads that you don't want anybody to touch you, okay? Although, if he's anything like Mr. Child, he gonna get up in that onesie. Shit. But I'm just like, girl, that don't make, if there's already an issue there, that's not something that's inviting to a man. You need to have on something that's easy accessible, okay? So I'm thinking, like, hopefully she don't sleep in that shit every night. But anyway, she get the boy out the bed. He keep on running back in the room. You can tell it's making her sad to even have to do this, but she has to do it. And Mac is getting, he's trying to keep his patience together. So she says, you gotta go in your room. Then he says, well, can he go sleep in the other kid's room, his sister's room? And she says, yeah, you can sleep in here, but you gotta sleep on the top bunk. Ain't nobody trying to get elbowed in the nose, with these old wild ass kids sleeping with you. So that seemed to solve that. But like I said, Britton and Matt go back in the room. I guess, we may be getting busy that night, but girl, that is too much fucking work with that damn onesie. Do it snap in the legs? Now, on the day of the party, we see Britton and Mac. They're getting ready for the party, getting dressed. Imani, she's getting ready as well, about to drop Idris over at Paula's house. And then we see Jasmine. She's at her home. She's getting the house ready. Okay, she says she's got it all. She's used to planning these big events. That's what she does. She's a concierge to the stars. So yeah, she's got the gourmet food, and she's got a fully stocked open bar, and she's got the ice sculpture, and you know, she's got all of the everything that she needs to make sure that this party is a big Beverly Hills success. Okay, she also has security, because these old disrespectful ass ladies will try to wander all around her house, and she can't have that. Okay, so everybody stay their ass downstairs. She tells the securities for sure to make that. And then she goes upstairs and get dressed, okay, because the guests, they should be there any minute now. And they are on their way. Shanique and little tiny Robert are in their car, and they're talking about her new position that she wants to take on. She tells him how Josh told her that it was a very demanding job, and that, you know, 24/7 she's gonna have to be doing this, that, and the other. That kind of just seemed to just like sweep by her. But she tells little tiny Robert that the job that she has right now, she's, you know, after 90 days she'll have been there 3 months, and then she can give her 2-week notice. And I was like, 3 months? What? Didn't she have a full regular job last season? Wasn't she like a manager for a bunch of apartments or something? Like, what happened? I got confused. I was just like, girl, you only been there 90 days, but last season you was doing, I don't know. But anyway, she told him that she was going to give her notice, and I thought little tiny Robert was going to have a problem with it, but actually he was all for it, you know. Okay, you got to tell me, do you really want this? She said she really wants it. He said, no, you got to say it like you mean it. She said, I really want this. Now, there's always some fucking screaming with that child. But I'm like, whatever, okay? Shanique is about to sell real estate. Back at the house, everybody starts to get there. Kendra and Leah get there. They are both manless. Okay, because both of their men supposedly were called in to work. Brittany and Matt get there, and they look fabulous. Okay, they are a good-looking couple. Shanique and little tiny Robert get there. You know, the gang's all here, basically. Imani's not there yet. But, you know, they're all talking about how strange it is that, you know, Jasmine's husband is still not around. Okay, and doesn't look like he's going to be around at all today. I was just like, why can't you guys get over it? This is going to be the whole night. Imani gets there finally, and she's a little down. You know, she said it's hard at the holiday times. You know, when you go to parties like this, you're expected to be with your spouse, and you know, her and Phil aren't together, so it's just kind of a bummer a little bit. She's actually at the bar when the girls see her, and was like, yeah, I'm just a little tired. And they were like, we can tell you a little down because you're getting something to drink, and you don't really even drink. So Imani's trying to get herself together. All right, so the girls rally around her. She tells them how she's been grateful for them, and you know, she just doesn't feel like she's trying to hold up this facade anymore. You know, she's not hiding anything. She's learned how to make herself vulnerable and open herself up to the girls. So yeah, the rebranding of Imani is definitely in full effect. I think maybe some people felt like Imani was standoffish and not approachable and not really likable, or couldn't figure out how they felt about her. So I think that if this show comes back, because I keep on saying that, I like the show, but it's, you know, I've already keep telling you guys the numbers aren't all that good. But if the show comes back, I think Imani's going to be a little different. So like I said, everybody's there. Jasmine finally comes downstairs, and you know, her typical Jasmine wear, very little, small, tiny black dress. You know, she has a nice body, so it comes off well, and she's young, and you know, all of that, so it's fine. Okay, even though everybody's just like, what you got on? Like, you gonna catch a cold, you know. But no, she's fine, and she tells them that she's got entertainment for them. You know, it's outside by the pool. You know, everybody follow me. We're gonna go outside by the pool. Okay, and what do we have outside by the pool but a lady dressed in a Santa Claus outfit, maybe a Mrs. Claus, and she is in this big bubble that's in the pool. Now, if it had been a summer day, you know, and I just had on like, well, I wouldn't have done it anyway, because I would have been afraid that I would have gotten wet. But and I would have been afraid that what if this bubble pop and then I go under and I'm in this plastic and somebody got to jump in and get me. It's too many variables there. But anyway, you can tell that Leah wanted to get in that damn bubble from the beginning. She was just so intrigued by it. And even when the girls had suggested that Leah should get up in there, and I was like, Leah, you look too cute to be fooling around that bubble, girl. But you can tell she was like all for it. They didn't even have to work hard to talk her into doing it. So she gets up in there, probably not realizing that there's still a way that you can get wet, especially that Jasmine pushes the bubble in there and she falls, hits her head and everything. All of a sudden, you know, what seemed like it might have been fun is just stupid. You know, she rolling around in her full nice white holiday party outfit, hair nicely done and all that, and just rolling around. I said, girl, you about to be a mess. Okay, so finally they get her out the bubble, get her out the pool. You know, she's just like, everything is wet, like my hair is wet, my clothes is wet. I was just like, fool, ain't nobody told you to get your big ass up in there. Like little tiny Robert said, you 6 feet tall, like you, this too much. Shit. You know, they tell her that Jasmine says she pushed her in there, so now Leah has a little bit of an attitude with her. But I was just like, girl, this is your fault. Okay, you shouldn't have got your nice looking self up in that damn bubble. We see little tiny Robert and Shanique talking to Britton and Mac, and you know, Britton just tells them how they did take their suggestions into consideration, you know, just wanting to make sure that they keep their marriage strong, and they, you know, they did get the kid out the bed, and you know, it's on and popping back in the Britton and Mac's bedroom. Little tiny Robert and Shanique, they always seem to be, if anything, they have a healthy sex life, you know. Like Britton said, that they would have an orgy there if they could, because they just all over each other and all of that, you know. But Britton and Mac are good, okay? Hobart finally gets there after work, you know. You can tell he's been at work. He's got his puffy jacket on. You know, he looks like a med school student almost. And he's just like, wow, like this is a really swanky place. Like, damn, you know, I think he's from Toronto, right? Isn't he from Canada? He was just like, yeah, I can remember days of dreaming about, you know, Beverly Hills homes and all that, but I didn't know it was like this. He was like, this ain't like how everybody else is living. This ain't how. And then Kendra was like, what do you mean, like Baldwin Hills? I was like, yeah, no. Okay, even though they used to call Baldwin Hills, and they still will call Baldwin Hills the Black Beverly Hills. And Baldwin Hills has some beautiful homes, beautiful, okay, beautiful views and all that. It still ain't on Beverly Hills. There still is a very distinct difference in the economic parts of the real estate in Baldwin Hills compared to Beverly Hills. So anyway, but he's impressed, like, damn, maybe this nigga is a drug dealer. He didn't say that, but I was just like, we get back on the whole subject of them not meeting Dr. J. Okay, evidently Jasmine told Kendra and Leah that Dr. J is actually there. He's there. He's upstairs. He's asleep. And they're like, what? He's upstairs with all this going on? So they go and tell everybody else. Like, can you believe that Dr. J is upstairs? Like, and not coming downstairs with all this going on, all this partying and all of this. And Imani was just like, well, I mean, what is it? Like, is it a real person up there? Is it a blow-up doll? Is it like a, you know, Bates Hotel kind of situation, you know, with Norman and his mama got her wrapped up in some mummified or something up there? Like, she's just like, this is crazy. So they have decided, or at least Kendra and Leah have decided, they're going to go inside and they're going to go upstairs. And I guess what, they going to jump out at Dr. J? Like, what? We ain't really fully thought this out. So they go in the house and go up to the stairs. And of course, we got Debo up on the stairs. He ain't letting no fucking body up these stairs. Jasmine made it very clear not to do it. You know, they're like, oh, we just want to go up there and take some pictures from up the top. I was just like, why are y'all this pressed? That nigga probably ain't even up there. Once they realize that the security is not playing with their ass, between security and Jasmine's sister, who just kept on saying, no, you guys come downstairs and take this picture around here. Okay, she had plenty muscle around. Kendra's like, I'm not trying to get my ass beat at the Christmas party, so it ain't that serious. And I say, yes, it is not that serious, because like I said, where Leah fucking husband at? Okay, they go back out. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about the Mariah Carey look-alike. I was just like, oh, this is very weird. I know, I mean, you know, I guess it was supposed to be in fun, but I was just like, what? I don't understand this. This is what the rich white people do. I mean, Jasmine ain't even white. I was just like, what's having strangeness? But anyway, after they get taken off of the stairs and said they can't go up there, they go back outside. You know, Kendra and Leah telling Imani how they couldn't go back, couldn't go upstairs. And Imani was just like, well, maybe he's not really up there. We don't really know what's going on up there. And Leah was like, well, let's just call out to him, That nigga said, hootie hoo. Let me tell you, that was the funniest shit that I done seen on this show in a long ass time. I was cracking up. That and when Imani said that Jasmine speaks in emoticons. They had real laughter from me, But yeah, their call still falls on deaf ears. We don't see Dr. J. But what we do see come down from upstairs is the choir. Forgot to get the name of the choir. They come out, they singing. I didn't learn the song. I don't even remember what the song was, but they was real jovial and happy. And, it was, it was weird for whatever reason. It shouldn't be weird because it's just a choir singing at Christmas time at somebody's house. But I was just sitting there looking at all of the crowd that was there. And, Jasmine looking like she want to twerk to it almost. And I was just like, yeah, this is very different. But hey, at least the season ends on a good note, okay? And we get the little final talk from everybody. How everybody says what they feel like they got from the show or from the season. And Britton says that these girls are definitely her sisters. She doesn't know what she would do without this sisterhood. Imani says that the divorce makes her feel lighter, the divorce makes her feel freer, and that these girls are her sisters. Kendra says that everybody needs a tribe, and she thinks that she's found her one. Jasmine says that it's powerful and inspiring to be around such a group of women that are so successful, and she hopes that they can continue to be around each other and motivate and support each other. I was just like, is that what Jasmine said? I guess. I guess they just want to make sure that this show is a little different than the show Married to Medicine out here in Atlanta. And, very much the common thread was sisterhood. Okay, and they're going to be there for each other. So, I guess if y'all like it, I love it. Okay, but that was it. We didn't even get a final word from Shanique. If we did, I didn't get it. I didn't see it. But it doesn't matter, you guys. That is it. No reunion. They did have Imani, excuse me, and Britton on Watch What Happens Live after the show, which was like dud. Those two girls, I'm surprised they didn't have Shanique and Jasmine because they seem to be more. Imani and Britton are too down to earth, too. Just they ain't with all of the shits that Andy likes to be with, and it just wasn't. I was just watching that like, this is blah. Okay, at least get some old messy girls on there like Shanique and Jasmine who would have kept the giggles going. So I was just like, yeah, all right, next. So no reunion for them, and like I said, we'll see if they make it back next season. But that concludes season 2 of Married to Medicine Los Angeles. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I am going to review P-Valley. So if you guys haven't seen P-Valley yet, then maybe you want to watch that because that review will also be coming either later on Monday or early Tuesday. But it will definitely be up. All right. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.